I told y'all, I got sucked down a rabbit hole, and yeah, it's crazy. I will leave links to these videos in the description below. A lot of these videos are coming from the DOLTON Trustees, and it's also coming from, I believe it's the Thornton Town Hall, that this mayor, she's a supervisor of this town hall as well. Like, she has two jobs and makes almost like $300,000, and this is the way she acts. So stay all the way to the end. I give my final thoughts. I mean, this rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Mayor HENYARD needs a reality check, especially if she thinks her obnoxious hour-long rant during the October 2nd board meeting helped explain her actions. For those of you who missed it, HENYARD began by playing the news segment that aired the week prior regarding overtime for her police detail. She actually went through each clip, pausing it like it was game footage from a junior varsity football game, and trying to explain her way through it. Unfortunately, no one cared. Truly. The only part we found to be very fascinating is when she explained why she had a DJ at the meeting. Let's watch.
Oh, what I was saying before I basically said what I just said, which is I was singing the Rihanna song. And then I just sung the song. You can hear it in the background of what they saying, and they saying pay you what they owe you. That's it.
Well, glad we cleared that up. Tiffany completely missed the whole point the media made in the segment. Her spending is out of control. Payroll is just one example. She is abusing her power by taking DOLTON employees on Thornton Township trips out of town, including the Tiffany Cares Foundation 5 and 10-day walk to Springfield. Doesn't this look like a great way to commingle funds with the township to help promote Tiffany's not-for-profit foundation? Hey, let's ask Stan Brown if he walked.
I was just riding the bike.
Very good. Thanks, Stan. As we were saying, the super mayor forces multiple officers, firefighters, and public works employees to attend all events she has in the village, causing overtime, which is typically 8 to 12 events each month during the summer. Reminder, 90% of the time, these are township events being held in DOLTON, meaning DOLTON tax dollars are supplying the public safety members for events that all 17 municipalities can attend. Let's not forget when she paid an ESTA employee to sleep overnight in a village vehicle at the ice rink just to watch it. This employee was paid as 80 regular hours and anywhere from 110 to 160 overtime hours per paycheck every 2 weeks. And since we love facts, we wanted to revisit the point Tiffany focused on during her defensive media rant. She thought once she explained the one officer's paycheck containing 303 hours, that everyone would see it was due to a misunderstanding. He used his comp time that needed to be cashed out, which increased his hours. Okay, well, he still worked 143 hours in overtime. 80 regular plus 143 overtime equals 223 hours total. That means if he worked every day of the 14 days, then he averaged 16 hours a day. Even with her explanation, it doesn't make the situation or paycheck acceptable. As you can see by the paychecks below, there is no shortage of overtime hours when you are on the mayor's detail. One more thing, since the mayor doesn't think overtime is that big of a deal when it comes to spending, let's look at what the total was for fiscal year 2023. As you can see, the budget allowed for $406,000. The actual was $1,469,861.68, meaning they went over budget by $1 million in overtime alone. The mayor either thinks no one will notice, or she is so ignorant she doesn't care. This is the problem with narcissists. They only think of themselves, but sell it as what they are doing for the people.
Right now, residents, why keep putting your needs on hold for their wants? Because they wants should not outweigh your needs. So we're going to go back to the video.
The mayor was referring to the residents getting their trees cut down as part of their needs. We don't know of any municipality that pays to have trees trimmed on private property. That doesn't make you a giving person, Tiffany. That makes you foolish in spending. The village attorney made it clear the trustees oversee the spending for the village.
So the board does control the purse. There's no question that the board makes votes about how the expenditure of funds are made in any municipality.
Now, one of the 8 companies she used for tree cutting was approved by the board prior to the work being done. They aren't even on the approved contractor list for the village. And why are these companies taking the village for its cash? Almost $600,000 for just over 1 month of tree cutting. The problem Tiffany cannot seem to comprehend is that she asks for money after she spends it. She doesn't follow any spending ordinance that is in place to stop the exact situation the mayor has put the village in, which is a $5 million deficit. For any resident watching that hasn't been able to understand why the trustees won't pay the vendors for doing the work, let's dive in. Tiffany is supposed to have a $1,500 spending limit per project, vendor, or purchase. Anything above that needs to get approved by the board. She is well aware, just chooses to ignore it.
You know, we have an ordinance that there's a $1,500 limit before it has to get board approval.
Any contractor in the village is supposed to be registered and have a certificate of insurance naming the village on it. Half of the companies the mayor uses aren't even legally registered in the state of Illinois. These companies began doing work without ever bidding on the projects through an RFP, nor did they get any permits. One example is when the mayor paid a contractor illegally by not getting board approval and signing a check with only her signature. The village ordinance states all vendor invoices must be approved by the board and must have 2 signatures, the village clerk and the mayor. Even after this mess was revealed, K5 continued to do more work in the village, racking up $1.1 million of invoices. Again, no legal process was followed. This is the exact reason trustees do not feel it's okay to pay the vendors doing work in this village. The contractors would never get away with that process in any other municipality. They know better, they just don't care because they see it as a way to make easy money, which is your money, residents. Your tax dollars are paying for her face and name to be put on everything you see in the village. You even paid for the customized floor mats in Village Hall. Yes, the super mayor even puts her name on floor mats, the ones that just got repossessed because the village cannot afford to pay the bill. Ask any vendor who has tried to get their check recently. They get told no. The mayor isn't releasing any checks. She won't admit the real problem. She spends more money than the village brings in, but spins the story to blame anyone else. Isn't it ironic that she named the Just Ice basketball courts and Just Ice rink after her daughter? But once she is in prison, the real justice will finally be had. Well, Mayor, anything you want to say for yourself?
Y'all better stop lying on me before I start telling the truth on y'all. Please stop. Because I don't mess with nobody. I come do my job. Only time y'all see me say something is when I have to clear something up. And I shouldn't have to because I'm too busy doing my job. So I don't have time to come back here and talk about nothing. But that's where it's at. We have to keep clearing it up because people want to tell lies. People want to be famous. There's a lot of jealousy and envy too. People are so upset that I have both seats. As I stated before, if God put me there, what are you so upset about? Work with me. Because there's many people that went on that table before me, but God saw fit to give it to me. So how you mad? I keep saying, don't hate, congratulate. Come join the team, the winning team.
Wait, what's that other thing you are always saying?
Because I say this example all the time. Everybody do the cha-cha slide, right? Right to the right, to the left, but everybody put their own little flavor on it, right? So you can't be mad at how I put my flavor on how I govern.
Got it. Okay, anything else before we end?
I am a woman, but guess what? I'm a pit in the skirt. Understand that when I say that. And I'm not going to take no mess from nobody. I mean that. So y'all better come a little harder than that because y'all trying to drag my name. It ain't going to work. At the end of the day, I keep telling y'all going to put some respect on my name.
One thing we did want to mention, we tried to fact check something the mayor said.
Never check facts. That's why they the lowest rating news station in the world.
But we were unsuccessful in finding any statistic which rated Fox 32 Chicago News as the worst in the world.
I hate to come up and talk about negative things, but unfortunately, that's just what we're living in right now. Now, in the clerk's office, we're responsible for maintaining all the records of the village, making sure that if you or anybody needs information, I can provide it to them. I mean, Stephanie called me like 5 o'clock on Wednesday for some information. And I went and got in front of my computer at home and I pulled up the information she needed because I knew it was important because I know what the parks are going through right now. But I want to share with you what my office is going through. The last board meeting in October, I wasn't able to make it, and my deputy sat in for me. And I think she did an excellent job.
Yeah.
For those of you all who saw her. And she's a young lady. She's 34 years old, and I'm really mentoring her. This is something I wanted to mentor our mayor on, but unfortunately she wanted to take a different route. So, hey, my hands are just tied on that. So this young lady spoke up for our office, and what happened? They came and terminated. Well, I'm gonna tell you the story. First, like October the 6th, that Friday, she and I were out at different meetings all day. We left the office at 11 o'clock, and we were gone till like 6 o'clock that evening. But during the course of us going to one of the meetings, Scott from maintenance called us and said, "Clerk, what code do you want to put on your office?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what code do I want to put?" "I have a code." He said, "But I'm changing it because you said someone compromised." I said, "I never told you anyone compromised my code. Leave my code alone." Well, he was instructed by Keith Freeman to change my code. So he changed my code. I come to work the next day. I can't get in my office because the code has been changed. Jason, who accompanied me because things are getting so toxic, and Barbara, I thank you again because you accommodated us. So toxic, we couldn't get in. But let me back up a little bit. That same day, that Friday, Dalton Police went to Deputy Clerk's home, her mother's home, and said, "We're doing a well-being check. Eris didn't come to work today." The biggest lie that could ever be told.
Okay, so you're from Dalton Police Department? And you're doing a wellness check? Yes.
Her mother is standing there very startled because while we were in the office, her mother called and we were talking to her. But yet, if someone come to your house, 2 officers, and say, "We're doing a well-being check on your child," what are you gonna think? Something has happened. This is how crazy things are. Her mother immediately called us and said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? 2 officers came here looking for you. Are you okay?" She's like, "Mom, I'm okay. I'm here with the clerk. We're fine." So, you know, if that wasn't enough, when we went to office that following Monday, here come these same officers to our office, you know, trying to serve her termination papers. First of all, if you're going to be terminated, I'm her immediate boss, right? I should have been informed.
Yeah, who's supposed to know? Who's supposed to make the
No, I'm going to give everything that I was
Very well. No way.
They can come up? Yeah.
So we gotta wrap this up, and we gotta escort you out. Get your coat and stuff.
Anything that comes to her.
You'll ask her to sign.
Somebody have a problem. Yeah, would you
I
like
need
to
to sign this.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
It's just-
And we've been instructed not to return to the building at all.
Would you mind walking out?
If you didn't know, Eris is appointed by me. And I'm the only person on the Board of Trustees that can terminate her, not the mayor on her own. So we're working on that right now, and trust me, she's gonna get her job back. But
I'm putting the record straight so people understand what's going on.
No, that ain't
From
straight.
the horse's mouth and not from her or any bitter person or disgruntled employee. You're hearing it strictly from you. That is what's going on here at the township. Now, I'm gonna let Keith elaborate a little more about what is going on so people can understand what's happening. And news, stop writing about me and y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have a dispute with that lady. So I wish people stop lying on my name. And I hope y'all write that. That's for your record when you do write this article about me. Because you only come here for the mess. You guys do not come here for anything positive that has been done in this township, such as we got a whole surplus when there's always been a deficit here in the township. Y'all didn't write that, right? And then when y'all want to know the truth about the township, y'all come bring my line about the theft that's going on at the township before I became the supervisor. But y'all not writing about none of that stuff. So stop.
You didn't receive any emails or calls from the assessor?
I didn't receive anything from the assessor questioning whether or not,
Any call?
No,
What, say the past 2 weeks?
no, I hadn't received, I haven't spoken to.
No call, no emails?
I have not spoken to the assessor at all.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. Did you receive any emails or
Okay,
calls?
he answered the question. We're not
No,
gonna
not
go
the
next.
specific
We're not-
question. No,
You're
you're not.
done, thank you.
No, I
Very
still have
welcome.
questions.
You can ask, go
Okay,
ahead.
well,
But
he's not gonna answer them then? Okay,
He
so.
answered it,
Did
you're not
you
gonna go
receive
back
any
and
calls
forth.
or emails?
I have not. I have
So,
not.
the assessor's office was moved from the previous office to a different office.
So are you admitting she has office? Because I just wanna know what's this little pony show for. So you admitting she has office, right, trustee?
I'm asking a
No,
question.
you're asking a question.
Yes,
So
I'm asking a
was it moved to another office? Since you got all the answers, was it moved to
I
another
don't
office?
know, that's why I'm asking a question.
You should know, you're a trustee. So
Well,
you don't know,
exactly,
you
but
don't
there's
know
no
where the
communication.
office
There is no
She has an
communication.
office, that's my
In this
answer.
building.
She has an office.
But it's not the previous office.
She has a office.
But it's not the previous one.
I
that
just
she had.
answered. What's your next question, sir?
It's not the previous one. that
What's
she
your
had.
next question?
That's my question.
I just answered.
No, you didn't.
Anything else?
No, yes. It's not the previous office.
Okay,
Is that
I'm
correct or
done
not?
with it.
No, answer the questions.
I
You
just
have-
did.
No, you
Anything
didn't.
else? Point of
You did
order,
not.
point of order.
You did
Any
not
other
answer
questions
the
from
question.
anybody else?
You're not answering the question.
Just did.
No, you didn't.
Any other
And we're-
questions?
So is this based on any sort of law saying that an assessor can't? I mean, the assessor, any assessor within the state will have, say, like, a program, a satellite outside of the building. I mean, so, I mean, is there any sort of back state kind of law or that you have basing this on, or?
She cannot remove herself from this building.
Says who?
She hasn't. The office
has.
itself is still operational.
I just explained it to you.
No, that's.
So it is operation. I thank you for answering that to the media. So the media, they said it was locked out, so they're still there. Thank you.
No, the
Appreciate it.
assessor was locked out.
The assessor was not locked out. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
So you know the answer. Which one is it?
That
Don't
I know.
answer, answer
That
me.
I know.
How do you know that if you just said you don't know, you ain't been in there? Which one is it, trustee?
What you said?
You just said you haven't been in there, but now you're saying that you
I
know.
never said I haven't been in there.
You did.
No, I didn't. I did not say I haven't been in there.
Okay, but we're not gonna do the back and forth. I understand you need some
You can't answer the
points for the
questions,
news.
that's why.
I just answered
There's-
all your
there's-
questions.
in order
For the
for
record,
there to be
she
back
has
and
not
forth,
been
there has to
locked
be an
out of
answer
her
to a
office.
question.
She needs to come back here to this building. This is her office here in the township at the 333 East 162nd Street. So that's what she needs to come and do her job that she got elected to do, period. Ain't no go back to Calumet City. She cannot do that. So this is why this.
Based on